Welcome, educators, to another episode of Empowering Teachers. Today, we're going to talk about what it means to bring positivity in your classroom. So, welcome, noble educators, to a symphony of praise and inspiration where the melody of teaching meets the harmony of learning. Before we embark on our journey through the realms of effective praise, let us pause for a moment to hear this poem. In the halls of knowledge where young minds roam, we every day sow the seeds of joy in every tone. With praise as our guide, we nurture and uplift. And the dance of teaching, let positivity continue to drift. Now let's dive into today's topic, the power of effective praise, a guide for teachers. A lot of the time when we think about of effective praise, we shouldn't stop praising students for every little thing they do. And you can expect it to be your only classroom management technique. Before you jump right in, it is important to know that some kinds of praise are more effective than others. We're going to talk about the three types of praise. There are three main types of praise that teachers most often use: personal praise, effort-based praise, and behavior-specific praise. Two of these three are found to be more effective than the other. Personal praise. This type of praise tends to focus on natural talents or skills that come easily to students rather than the effort they put into the technique they use. For example, a teacher might say to a student, "You have such a beautiful singing voice." Research has shown that this kind of praise may backfire. When students feel their abilities are outside of their control and just part of who they are, they may think that they don't have the ability to improve. This is especially true of struggling learners who aren't as confident in their abilities and skills. Personal praise can make students less willing to risk trying new things for fear of revealing just how little talent they think they have. Instead, focus on effort based praise. This type of praise emphasizes what students can control. Think back to the student with the beautiful singing voice. The student likely worked hard to learn the difficult key changes in a song or to memorize the lyrics. The time spent and the strategies used are within the student's control. That's why effort-based praise, such as "I'm so impressed of how hard you worked to sing that song without the music and lyrics in front of you," is more empowering than "you have such a beautiful singing voice." Focus also on behavior-specific praise. This type of praise lets students know that they are doing what they are doing correctly. It's an evidence-based classroom management strategy that focuses on providing specific feedback to describe your approval of student behavior. To give behavior specific praise, you clearly tell students what they've done correctly. For example, if you have a student from whom organization is an issue, you could say, "Nice work getting your homework out of your homework folder first thing this morning." Both effort based and behavior specific praise genuinely acknowledge your students' efforts and achievements. When your students feel that you're honestly showing approval and telling what they did well, they're more willing to continue to work hard and look for effective strategies to overcome obstacles. How to deliver effective praise. Knowing what to praise your students for and when to give that praise is just as important as the praise itself. The following guidelines can help you deliver praise in the right way and at the right time. Be specific. Descriptive and precise praise takes the guesswork out of what you're praising. Students should be able to identify exactly what they did well and know the positive behavior you want them to repeat. "Great job. You were quiet in the hallway as we passed other classroom" is better than "You did a good job on the way to lunch." Be clear about the expectations. For praise to be effective, students need to know what the standards are. Explicitly state the criteria you're using to evaluate an assignment or the behaviors you expect. Then provide positive feedback that students can directly match to the expectations. For example, if your expectation is for students to finish their morning routine in 15 minutes, you can say, "Wow, you unpacked your bag in the first 15 minutes of the day. Well done." Praise the process and progress, not just the outcome. Students who learn and think differently may struggle to complete an assignment or task. In fact, it may take several attempts for students to finish. Students may feel discouraged when they're working hard, but it feels like their work still isn't good enough. You can support students by giving them behavior specific praise about their process and progress as they work, letting them know that they're on the right track. Use phrases like, "You've put so much effort into the writing your first draft," to point out small wins, which helps students recognize that their hard work is moving them forward. Be sincere and don't overpraise. Students know when you're not being sincere. In fact, insincerity may damage your credibility and your relationship with them. It can make students wonder if you're not able to recognize their strengths. Praising students too often or for minor reasons can also come across as insincere. The impact to heap on the praise is well intentioned, but it can backfire. Research has shown that some teachers overpraise certain group of students, including students of color. Overpraise can be harmful to students of color and students who struggle because it sends the message that teachers have low expectations for them, the exact opposite of the high expectations teachers should hold. It can also make students doubt whether they're capable of handling the big things or whether you think they are. Instead, focus on precise, sincere, and effort based praise of opportune moments like when students try on your skill, make progress in a project, or show mastery of a concept. So, also be sensitive and follow cultural responsive practices. Praise should be appropriate for individual students. Some students may thrive on being praised in front of the whole class. Other students may be uncomfortable being singled out, even if it's for a good reason. Similarly, what you choose to praise should be culturally appropriate to the student. Some form of praise may actually reinforce stereotypes related to race, ethnicity, or disability. For example, consider teachers who tell black students that they're articulate. Although the teacher's comment may have been intended as a praise, it reveals that they don't expect their black students to be well spoken. This harmful stereotype could leave students questioning their teacher's assumption and expectations. Getting to know your students and understanding cultural responsive teaching practices can help you decide the most appropriate praise for each student. Praise that is contingent on outperforming peers can lead students to doubt their abilities. So, always be careful about how you praise your students. So, as our journey draws to a close, let us carry forth the torch of effective praise into the corridors of education. Armed with sincerity, specificity, and sensitivity, we embark on a quest to transform classrooms into havens of encouragement and inspiration. Until we meet again, dear educators, may your words be the melody that guides your students toward endless possibilities. Have a wonderful week and continue to carry on the torch of positivity in your classroom.